Thank you all for coming. I appreciate you being here. InterSystems has an amazing developer ecosystem, and we're going to describe it to you here today. But this is the best part. I'm going to kind of give an overview, but then we're going to let people actually in our developer community who are here share with you. They're going to come up and open mic. They're going to tell you a little about themselves and their suggestions for how you could take advantage of our amazing community. This is kind of the breakdown. As you'll see here, the InterSystems developer community actually has many components to it. They're all integrated. They're all accessible under one portal called developer.intersystems.com. But it has many cool components to it that you can take advantage of. This is us by the numbers. We have a developer community of over 14,000 people around the world. And so we've been growing every year very significantly, 20, 30%. But what's been really cool is I think it was a month ago or so that we were 13,000. So we are rapidly increasing in growth. We're growing faster than we have typically. So join us now to keep the wave going. We have an open source app gallery called Open Exchange. It has over 700 applications. I think I'll touch on that later in the presentation. We have a global masters. It's a gamified section for kind of the most engaged developers, currently over 2,000. I'll mention that again briefly later. And in the last year, we've actually launched a brand new element called the Ideas Portal. And it's a way for people in our community to give InterSystems feedback on our products, services, technologies, and we react to that feedback. And we take all the ideas in, we review all the ideas, and we react and we communicate back what we're doing based on your input. So it's a brand new and very cool new thing we launched in the last year. The developer community forum is a core component. It's been in the developer community since the very beginning. And it is a real communication mechanism in our developer community. There's a bunch of information. There's technical articles. There's Q&A where you can discuss anything and you can get answers, not only from the people in the developer community, but also InterSystems experts. They engage in the developer community, they work and they'll answer questions there. We have a bunch of information on InterSystems official news about our technology, releases, detailed information on features and functionality, and that's all tagged InterSystems official. So it's very easy to find and see in the community. There's, of course, contests and prizes and coding challenges. I'll say a little more about that later. But a thing to know here is that it truly is a forum. So as I mentioned, there are these different components, but anything that happens in any part of our developer community is communicated here. So it's a core place. If you want to see, anything that's happening, you'll see it here, that there's a programming contest or there's something happening in Global Masters. You'll see it in this forum. There's a ton of activities. I've seen a lot of developer communities, and truly, from my opinion, this is the best, most engaged community out there. There are regular programming contests. There's technical article competitions. We have webinars and meetups that the community takes part in. And we have coding challenges and quizzes. And of course, we have a global hackathon program. And so we communicate out things we're doing in the hackathons in here as well. But there's activity year round that you can take advantage of, and a huge part of our developer community does take advantage of those things. You can engage with our community in the language of your choice. We have 6 languages available. Everything is actually localized. All of the information, all of the activity information is all localized. And so you can participate in any of these 6 languages. We're looking to continually add languages. We haven't yet selected the next one we're going to do, but we have a short list that we're thinking about. Our programming contests are literally the best programming contests I have ever seen. And I just want you to be aware that in just one aspect, the prize money is the largest prize money I have seen in programming contests in developers community. We have a contest beginning June 12th. You can all participate in this. It's open to anyone in our developer community, which is free to join, by the way. You can free to join the community, and you can take part in this contest. We do this every year. We call it the Grand Prix Programming Contest. It does have the most prize money of any of our competitions, but actually the prize money for any of our regular programming contests is very high. But this one is the highest. It's $26,000 in prizes, and it begins June 12th. That's the QR code. You can go to the community as well and check it out. But I encourage you to participate. Open Exchange, as I mentioned, is this open source app gallery. It has over 700 open source applications. It's all connected to GitHub. You can download all the source code. You can review it, learn how to engage with InterSystems technology by example. Someone has done it. And it has this tool, which I'll touch on very briefly. This IPM makes it super easy to install. It's just IPM this package, right? And it's got a bunch of information for views and downloads, so people who are contributing applications can see how their applications are being used. And there's even reviews, of course. The package manager is an incredibly easy way to deploy software. You can actually, I won't go into it a lot here, but you can actually use package manager yourself to create customized deployments of InterSystems technology and related software, and then you can make it available so that others can download your package through the package manager. It's a very cool system. I invite you to check it out at pm.community.intersystems.com. Global Masters, as I mentioned, the most active members of our community. It's a gamified portal, so there really are points and rewards. It's amazing. The people in it are super engaged. We have challenges and tasks that we ask people to do all the time. There are points and rewards, there's badges and levels, there's recognition. This is an incredibly engaged community, and it's a powerful resource for InterSystems because we can ask the community to try new technology, to give us feedback on something, and they do it. It's incredible. So we want you to know that, again, it's that integration point. Again, I know I'm showing you a lot of things, but keep in mind that it's a very simple way in, and that really is developer.intersystems.com will get you access to everything that we have. And what this slide is showing is that it's all integrated and connected. So anything that a member does in the Open Exchange app gallery, for example, that will be rewarded in Global Masters. And submitting ideas will be rewarded in Global Masters. And posting things on our developer community. It's all integrated into Global Masters and automatic. These are some of the prizes and rewards for Global Masters activities. We're updating them all the time. There's many branded things, but we also have Kindles and a bunch of other high-tech gear. And we survey the community all the time, and so many of these ideas of what the prizes are have actually come from the community, and we go get it. So there's a lot of cool stuff. You might see some people here in the audience wearing these things. This is the idea portal I mentioned. It's similar to idea portals you might have seen before, but you can submit your own ideas. You can vote for ideas, and you will get feedback from us about, we're taking some of these innovation and these ideas into our product and roadmap. So we tell you what we're doing. And then, of course, you can become part of the Hall of Fame. This type of feedback, new ideas and suggestions is extremely important to us at InterSystems. And so we've created a Hall of Fame, and we announce the people who are entering the Hall of Fame in the developer community. These are QR codes if you want to check out any of these. But again, as I mentioned, developer.intersystems.com is just one simple URL that gets you to all of these things. Yes, so if you do register for the developer community here at Global Summit, then you can go get a prize in the Tech Exchange. We have a developer community table. Irène is right there, and you see her, and you'll get a prize, all right? Now we're gonna step into the open mic, and I believe Dmitry. So Dmitry has a speaking engagement in just a few minutes, so he's gonna just make sure that's on.
Okay, I'm Dmitry Maslennikov. Yeah, my look
Yeah.
a bit different. This photo was taken last summit. It's my eighth summit in a row. You see on a picture a bunch of badges. Which I got actually through this gamification platform, Tide. So write articles, answers, get many points, collect these badges, and you may get some of this physically, materialize it. So on developer community, I am member just from the beginning. Quickly became moderator because it's a community, requires some help from community to keep it clean, because it's engaged not only developers, some spammers as well, so we take care that you don't see any inappropriate stuff there. And actually, like on developer community, there is you can see the list of members and sort by replies. By replies, actually, I'm the first one among non-InterSystems employees. I'm not InterSystems, as most of moderators here. On Global Masters, I also collected a lot of points. So I not so much now like in collecting points because I already got all this stuff. I just swag for me already, like, I bought everything. So it means that a lot of left for you, so you can get a lot. So not everything I got. So contests, those contests are great, and what great in it is because so contests is around each 2 months. I think, and it's more than 20 already, I think. I participated in more than half of them. Won, actually, many of them. But what's the great thing is that each contest have one topic. This time is a Grand Prix, so you're free to use any topic for you. But the thing is that if you have some problem you wanted to solve for some time, and now you can solve it, maybe in your free time as a developer. And probably get paid for it from InterSystems. So I think it's good profit. So it's very good. Ideas also good place if you want to get something from InterSystems. You just share, ask your colleagues to vote for your idea, and InterSystems may implement it, or in some cases, other colleagues, developers may implement it for you as part of contest as well. Because some contests have also like bonus if you implement idea which can be implemented by community. You implement it. If you don't know what to implement, you just look for ideas prepared to be implemented by community, and you can get prize for it. So I think it's also good for development. I also participate on hackathons as a mentor, remotely, in person, and I hope that I will get more in-person hackathons, because it's really a great place to meet new developers, see how they develop application with Iris, how they think it have to be, and help them to develop application faster and to get all good stuff from InterSystems. I think, yeah, I could say a lot, but I think enough. Okay, thank you.
I'm José, I'm from Brazil. I work at Shift as a business intelligence developer. I am a moderator of the Brazilian Portuguese, actually, sorry, not Brazil speak Portuguese, a lot of countries, so the Portuguese community, me and Jennifer also as well. I participated of a lot of contests, which are very interesting place to get touching crazy ideas from a lot of developers around the world, and how to use InterSystems technologies with a lot of other technologies, integrating, using, creating plugins, etc. So it's very, very interesting to get ideas and to see how other developers are using InterSystems technologies. And also, as Dmitry, I participated of some hackathons as mentor, which is awesome also because you get more in touch with a lot of other developers, more crazy ideas, so it's very good. And for InterSystems, as an InterSystem developer, I'm really grateful to community because I'm working with InterSystems about 13 years, and before the community was really difficult to get access to InterSystems technology material around the internet, right? So recently an internship of my company came with to ask help. Actually, the Portuguese community is right now with text context, and she comes with an amazing idea about creating a system for track vaccines, and integrating IoT with LIS and these stuffs. And I said to her, go to the community, do some search, and you get what you are looking for. And she done, and in few weeks she seems like familiar with interoperability, Iris, ObjectScript, Python, embedded Python, all thanks to the community. So it's a great place to get ideas and how to use InterSystems technologies. Thank you.
Irène.
Hello, guys. It's Irène, or as more properly said in Ukrainian, Irina. So anyway, I have like a list I made while Dean was making his presentation to like reiterate and make more, I don't know, interesting some points. So continuing this topic about hackathons, we have hackathons all over the world, more or less. And what's great about having our staff living in different parts of the world as well, because you've seen previous orator was, or rather is from Brasilia, before them from Europe. So basically we have a support and mentors like all day long and all night long. So if someone has questions, they just put their question in a dedicated Discord chat and someone will answer them. Also, that's what's great about community. You put your question, it may sound to you stupid, only stupid question is the one that wasn't asked. So you put your question out there are like 14,000 people who will see it, and even if it's 1% who knows the answer, you'll get it. Also, because a lot of InterSystems employees, project managers, etc., are also in the community, they can also answer your questions. So apart from reading articles, participating in discussions, you also get some useful stuff pertinent exactly to you. So what else we do that's really cool? Talking about contests, you saw we have a new one very soon. If you need more information, come by the booth. If you aren't yet in the community, you'll get something nice from me. If you are on the community but not on Global Masters and join it, you'll also get something from me. If you are there and you know everything, you can just post a message on your preferred social media network and you'll still get something from me. So it's not win and win. What else? Another thing I wanted to mention, as you can see, I'm an associate professor, so I'm more like academic type. I can't say that I like writing, but you know, I have to write. So there are like article contests, like once or twice, maybe more a year. You can, well, first of all, it's a very nice way to share your knowledge. Second of all, it's a very nice way to get nice prizes. And third of all, you get the prize, you get the fame, and most and the best of all, you get this coveted thing over your article, best practice. That's the pinnacle of existence of a person who writes articles on developer community. It's like you get the first one, you think, oh, yes. And then you get the fifth, oh my God, I'm awesome. So, of course, there are people who came by before our booth, got their presents. And in general, whenever I approach someone and ask, oh, do you know about developer community? We're awesome, we have this and this and this, and you can do this. And the first reaction of, I don't have time. You don't have to have time. Whenever you just register, you have a question, you ask your question. No one stands over you and says, you have to write an article in the first day you join. No, there's nothing like that. Just, someone disagrees. So no, it doesn't happen, except for some exceptions, apparently. But you can join, it's fun. You get interesting things, interesting discussions. Yeah, so it is nice. Well, what else? Probably a couple of things about our open exchange. What I heard, like yesterday, someone came up to my booth, which says developer community, and he decided that I know everything. So we started talking about technologies, about containers. Like he was saying that, oh, we're using a bit outdated stuff. We want to go to the cloud. So can you tell me about cloud? And so on. And I was like, well, this is this, and this is this. And he's like, oh, is there like some kind of example what you can do with it? And like, yes, of course, like lots of them. I showed him this open exchange. We just filtered, like he was interested in Fire. So we just filtered Fire, and there are like templates, applications from the contests. So basically, if you are not sure you understand how anything works, there is like very detailed instruction, particularly from the contest, because all the contest entries, they are required to have explication how to install this, whatever it is, and spin it up. So it's basically you do first, second, third, etc. It's very easy, and there are lots of examples. So yes, I think it's the best thing invented after Iris and all the rest of the things with Iris. So yeah, thank you.
Hi all, my name is Mohammed Waseem. I am from Middle East, working at Saudi Arabia in hospital. First time I heard about InterSystems in 2020, when our hospital decided to go with track care. So I registered with Global Summit in 2020, and there was one free certification for Global Summit. So in 2021, I registered with developer community, and then I just for the certification. So I just studied there in the learning section and just explored the documentations, and if I had any question, the community was there for help. So I done my certification by just helping of the community. And then I saw there was these competitions, contests are going on, so I decided to participate. Even the technology was new for me. So I took part in the first contest. I learned a lot of things, how to develop application. And in my third contest, I have won that contest. Then I saw there was article writing, and last year, the attractive thing was that the prize for everyone. So I decided to take part in the article writing, and I wrote my first article. And this year, I have won the article, these competitions. And I have almost 10 applications on Open Exchange. Most of them, I have won the awards. And it took me 1 year to reach the maximum level in Global Master. And in this 14,000 members, I am on top 10 of all the times. Even in the developer community, Global Master, in all I was, because I wrote almost 95 posts in developer community. And so I am also moderator since last year. As a moderator, I'm working with them. So I learned whatever, I am here because also this community, because I'm a moderator. So even last year I was in Seattle. So all I learned from the developer community. So there are a lot of things, even I was not heard about things. So all I learned here, even in the Docker, is it machine learning, the Python, embedded Python. So all I learned through this community. So we just want all of you to join. It's a very great community, and a lot of things to learn and a lot of things to announce. Thank you very much.
Okay. Let's go.
What? Sorry, I have some notes here. Well, I'm Francisco. I'm in Spain, from a company in Spain, and also I'm the moderator for the Spanish community. And to start, good afternoon. But I'm proud to say also buenas tardes, boa tarde, bonsoir, xiao hu ho, and konnichiwa. When the developer community grew up to expand to the other language, I think it was the biggest tip for all the community. I could express yourself to help, to ask anything, throwing down the barrier for the language. The community, from experience, I can say that the developer community is a group that demonstrates that you are not original having problems with development, because always someone has had the same problem and he solved it. Well, in your community, your local community, you can express better your doubts. You can create content for the other people that has problem with the Shakespeare language. So is there how to express better? You also can solve problems with other colleagues that has the same problem that you faced before. In the community, my name is Kurro Lopez. It's not Francisco. This is my real name. And I had some months ago, I had a meeting with the customer and other team for that they also working with InterSystems products. Then we have the meeting in Teams, and when we start speaking about how to face to the problem that we want to upgrade the version for the Iris, and then the customers say, okay, when Kurro say the green light, we can start to upgrade there, and the other team says, 1 second, aren't you the famous Kurro Lopez from the? They go, okay, I think so, famous. Well, the community is the great group for friends that always is there to help you or almost try to do it. I could not name all the best people that are in the community. They are great professionals. But I only want to name the light of all developers. Mr. Robert Temper, thank you, master. Please, Felix, please record this because I think Robert wants a copy. So just the time to express my gratitude for this community that I belong. And as the beginning, gracias, obrigado, merci, xie, arigato. Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm John Murray, as the slide says. My day job is with George James Software. I've worked for that company for nearly 25 years. Before that, was working in the technology as well, so I go back a long way in that. I got involved in developer community right when it was getting started, so I wrote quite a lot of the early articles when we were trying to build volume on there. I don't contribute articles so much nowadays because I'm also actively involved in the VS Code open source project. I have a role, you know, it's an official role, it's a volunteer role on the VS Code project, doing issue triaging and tracking, and I contribute to that project as well. My main interest in relation to DC and also the DC contests is in the area of tools. I mean, George James Software, that's what we specialize in. So I'm particularly interested in improving the developer experience, and so in the session on Monday evening here, the DX Jetpack, which had been achieved a winning position in one of the recent contests. The focus there is developer experience, help you do a great job and an even greater job with the stuff. So VS Code, the migration off from Studio to VS Code, I'm always willing to help with that. Thanks very much.
Thank you, John.
Hello, I'm Lorenzo. I work in Belgium for a company which develop medical software. We work with InterSystems technology since 15 years, and now I work as a moderator with Irène for the developer community. I'm active for sharing my experience. I write all of technical article focused on deployment and also code generation. As José and Irène, I'm also mentor for hackathon. Hackathon focused on the healthcare. We promote the fire technology in France during this hackathon. So I becoming active on the community because it's the place to be to sharing experience, and there are a lot of great developers. I like to apply for contests to challenge myself with great developers like John, like Dmitry, and so on. So, thank you.
So who else is there? Scott.
Yeah. Hi, my name's Scott Roth. I'm with Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center, whatever. I'm a senior application development analyst. We use HealthShare Health Connect, but I joined the community probably shortly after it started, with probably 2016, 2017, somewhere around there. But for me, it was a great experience to get out there, see what others are doing, answer questions that I could only answer, but also ask a lot of questions. I tend to use the developer community for whenever I have issues. I do stuff outside the norm of HL7 and just doing translations. I do stuff with JDBC and all kinds of stuff. So you'll see my name, lots of questions out there, but the developer community is a way for not only for you to ask questions, but for us to ask questions and bounce ideas off of you. It's a great networking tool. I've talked to John, Jeff Drum, who's another moderator who's not here this week. He's great. Everybody's great on there, so I can't stress that enough. Contest-wise, I haven't done much because I've been so busy in the healthcare arena, but I have done ideas, and I do post ideas out there all the time. Several of my ideas actually won awards, like the first idea I posted. But also, my questions also have become some key. You'll see some of the key questions that are flagged on the developer community which may or may not help you, but like I said, your questions help us, our questions help you guys. You know, it's a win-win across the board, so thank you.
Thanks, Scott. So that's, I believe that's the rest of them. There is a video from Robert Semper, who was mentioned earlier, but the audio is not good, so I'm not going to play that video. So let's give a big round of applause for all of the developer community.